Hi, friends and family. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, in wherever part of the world you are. I say hi. And this is Eunice Jero. That's my name. And here, where you are, is Eunice Jero YouTube channel. For those who have subscribed, I continue to tell you thank you. Thank you so much for listening to what I have to say and watching what I do. And those who are new, please consider subscribing. It is the only thing you can do to support this channel. When you subscribe, we are able to build up a family. And when you share, the other person is able to hear what I have and what I'm sharing. And in this channel, I talk about issues which affect us in life, because life is a journey. And as we walk the journey, we come ups and downs of life. I speak about those issues, giving my point of view, as well as what I gather from others, what they think about it. And then I give a point of view about it, which is not conclusive. That's why I say, let us meet in these social platforms and share that, and let us hear views from different people. Yes, that's what I do. And I also cook. When I'm cooking my simple recipes, I like sharing with you because I love the kitchen. And when I'm in the kitchen, when I'm making something which I feel that this is a recipe which somebody can learn how to cook, I share with you. So tonight is night, and I don't know what time it will be at your place where you are. But I want to talk today. I want to address something which has become very common among our African culture. I'm born and brought up in Kenya, East Africa. And there is the African culture which might not be there. Let me not conclude this African culture, but in Kenya, a Kenyan culture which is there about which happens during marriage, that is about dowry. That the gent who is getting married, they have to go visit the lady's place, the lady getting married, to pay some, to know one another, and then they ask for some things to pay, which we call dowry. And I'm going to address this one particularly for the culture of the people who live around Mount Kenya, because that is where I am born, and that is where I have seen this culture and observed this one. And this is where I want to address. This is something I want to address, which is for the, maybe I think in the Kikuyus is there, but I'm born in Embu, and the Embu community is really there, and dowry is there for many families, and many families feel that they do not want to give out their daughter just like that. They feel that the gents have to give them something. I am not against that, because it's always good to give people respect where it's due, and it's also good to share, and it's also good to thank people. It's good to give gifts to people you love. But my issue is not about giving. My issue is commercializing dowry. And my point is, when we as people who are coming to visit your family, we are asked to pay for the food. And that is what I want to address now. That whenever my daughter comes to tell me that she has found a suitor, and the suitor's parents will be coming to visit my family, I sit down, I do a budget of what I will cook for them, and that budget is expected to be footed by the people who will be coming for the dowry negotiations. I hope you're getting me. That is the gent family. For me, to me, I don't think that is fair. And I don't think that creates the relationship of we are becoming one family. For me, it feels like we are commercializing the event or the dowry negotiations ceremonies, such that instead of finding it fun, we are finding it like a source of income, like something we have to punish the other group, that if you are a mother of a boy, you are not lucky because you will have to pay for food where your son will be going to get married. And I have always asked myself, where did this come from? The reason being is I've grown in a family where we have brothers and sisters. And I've seen negotiations go on and no charging of food. Our parents, when our generation was getting married, they never asked for that. They never asked for food, money to be paid for food. Instead, it was an exciting moment whereby they wait for them even with excess food and even sharing. Whatever they come with, they want to share. Some also give them gifts. But now us, the current parents, whose children are now the ones getting married, instead of making the culture go on as beautiful as it was before, we have brought the element of money so much, such that even if you were to cook for people just a simple meal and they celebrate and they receive well and they eat and they are happy, you want to make this big party without money. You don't have the money to make this big party, but you want to make it so much big, and the footing of that bill is not on your hands. You are placing it on somebody else's pocket. You're budgeting the money of your daughter's suitor. Where did that come from? Since when in Embu community, Kenyan community, did visitors start buying what you give them when they visit you? We were known to be hospitable people. I have visited families in Kenya and different parts. I've never been told to pay for the plate of food I'm given in those families. How comes it changes the narrative that you are no longer a visitor as long as you're coming here to say that you want to marry our daughter? You stop being a visitor, you become a bank. Where did that come from? And it is us, our generation, my age mates. We are the ones who have put money first than our children first, the well-being of our kids first. We are the ones who are calculating dowry like, I don't know, like crazy. It has stopped being a cultural thing. It has become now a commercial thing. And when you hear that your daughter is getting married, it's the time now to calculate what you want. It's the time to start putting down how much you want. Food, they will pay this. Even if it is not that. What? The cooks will be paid this. But I did not tell you that you need to cook expensively for me. If you don't have, I am okay. Give me what you have. In fact, I was sometimes asking, if you don't have money to wait for me, just tell me. I'll not come expecting to eat. And we can be comfortably understanding. And when what if I am told to pay and I refuse? An enmity will crop up there. Because I can refuse and say, I didn't ask to be cooked for. I'm a visitor. This is not a hotel. And I refuse to pay. Being an in-law, how will you take it? But because we do not want to go to those heights, we pay. But it's grudgingly. We are not feeling welcome. People are not feeling happy. And that is when you find that your daughter did a big, big wedding, but she has started being undermined the very first day. Because she's seeing like she's greedy from the point of your parents were greedy to us. Your parents did not receive us. Instead, they charged us to host us. So that's a greedy family. And we do not want to visit it anymore. We do not want to be going somewhere where we shall be paying food. Just food, cup of water, tea. We know how we do it in Africa. I've gone to West Africa. I mean Western Kenya, not West Africa. My country. And there you are given a lot of food. I didn't see anybody telling me pay for all this food. And they put for you chicken, they put for you ugali, they put for you tea, they put for you bread, they put for you everything. Even if you're 2 people visiting, they'll cook like something, but they're not asking for a single coin. Why are we people from Mount Kenya becoming so commercialized with our children? Were we given mandate by God to bring up our children so that they become an investment where we shall be getting money monthly or money every time we get a chance to milk them? Instead, we should be supporting them. When you find your daughter has gotten a suitor, it is the high time as a parent. You stand up to support her. You stand up to give her out without calculating you educated her. Even the boy was educated by his parents. Was that not a duty of and responsibility of the parent? Bringing up your children in the right way is your responsibility as a parent. Nobody else should pay for that. Nobody else should be charged for that. You are making our boys to fear to get married. And then you start saying that the daughters are staying home without husbands. Who want to marry your daughter if your family is known to be charging so much? Who wants to be entangled with her? And when we visit you, we will ask us for even napkins, which you tied her when she was little. Food to napkin, to everything. Was it not your responsibility to bring her up? To education. Education is your responsibility too. How does it come to be paid for in dowry? Even I was not in education today, but I've just remembered it. How? Where did our Embu culture go to? Where our mothers were paying goats, 5, were they 5 or 9? 9 goats. I don't know how many cows. We can negotiate on that. But when it comes to negotiating on food, kilogram of rice, kilogram of maize, corn, which you get from the shamba, by the way, and potatoes, which are in your granary. You know how we do it in Embu. We plant potatoes, we plant beans, we plant maize. We have a lot of maize and beans. And then that is what we use for mokimo. We cook mokimo for visitors. The only thing we buy is rice and the wheat flour for chapati. The rest come from the garden. And then you want to charge people that. But when my aunt were visiting my mother, she were not being charged. So I did not expect my mother to charge any other visitor. If her sisters come to visit her, she doesn't charge them. And she takes a chicken and slaughter for them. And makes chapati for them. And makes mokimo for them. And cooks tea on top of tea. Birika, kettle, hot tea. On top of that, thermos, hot tea, bread. She will give to her sisters when they visit. Those are our aunts. Those are the visitors. And I grew up seeing that. Nobody was being charged for that. Why should she charge because the others have come in the name of in-laws? I would not expect such. And I've not seen it. But it is there now in this generation. Our parents knew the culture. They never charged anybody anything. They only asked for the goats and the cows as it was in the African culture. But they never charge people for food. But today you go somewhere with your son, be assured you'll pay for that food. In Inuma, it hurts. If you think that I'm not worthy eating your food, don't give it to me. I can as well eat in a hotel and pay, and I'll pay less. It's bad. We are making the element of in-law not to be friendship, to be something like we've married from your family and we cannot cope. We can't be friends. And that's not okay. Whenever there is marriage, it is extension of families. You know that. Extension, you build a bigger family through marriages. But now when we become so hard, when we come for negotiations, it means we are not building the family. And when something happens in this other family, we may not even chip in. After all, we paid for your daughter. See, the money we give you can keep you all the way in life. That was not the intention of dowry, please. The intention of dowry was just respect and gifts. It was not commercial. It was just gifts to the other family because we are taking away their daughter. And we want to build that. And that is why in Nembu culture, they were not finishing paying dowry. You must remain it. Why? Because it's something to tie the two families together. That whenever we want to bring dowry, we get that ceremony, that celebration time. Beautiful time. Let us not forget, our culture is not commercial. When it comes to helping people and to hosting people. The Embu Mount Kenya people, we have a lot of food. Let us not charge people food as if food is not available. Even if it was not available, you don't tell your visitors to pay for what they ate. Let us stop. And because now it has become like an habit, us who are coming, we come expecting that. It is not right. Can we surprise them? That even if they are coming expecting to be charged, we don't charge them. Can we change the narrative? Can we? Those who have daughters, we can change the narrative. Those who have sons, we can also change the narrative by saying we won't pay for food. Let it be known. I am not going to pay for food. What about that? We can change the narrative. And those who want to sell their daughters, let us stop selling people. The human beings cannot be sold. They are not property. Bless your children. If they want to give you something traditionally, I accept that. But do not put a rope on the neck of a young man that he must give you $1 million because your daughter has a degree. He also has a degree, my dear friend. When his was not paid for by his mother and father. Let us stop seeing as if a girl is the only child on earth who is so special. Even boys are special kids. And they also suffer a lot to get those degrees. They go to school. And they do it. They pass. They read just like your daughter. And we pay school fees as well. And that element of money and commercializing relationships has made our daughters to go to sponsors. Because sponsors can pay. Totally. So if your daughter brings to you a man who is older than you man, a Sasuta, know that you failed her. You failed her. So she doesn't even respect you. she can go to marry a man who is older than her father. That means she doesn't see you as a father. You already passed. She has already passed that. She doesn't respect you at all. She's getting sponsor. Why? Because it's only sponsor who can bring up the wealth that my parents want. If I get a young man, he will not have that money which my parents expect me to bring in. These kids know, and they make decisions, but the decisions will affect their lives and your life. Because when your daughter is not happy, your son is not happy, you're not happy too. We do not want to have a generation which is not okay. Because we will suffer as parents. We will suffer as the ones who are watching them go with the sponsors and our boys being left with no wives because they don't have that kind of money. Our daughters, young daughters, they call them mau mau nowadays, not even sponsor, because they are very old, those old men. The mau maus have a lot of money because there are people who do not have, they have coffee plantations, they have tea plantations, they have businesses. Kirinyaga Road, they know, it is full of them. Biashara Street in Nairobi, these old musees have a lot of money because their children have already finished school and they are abroad like me. So, if those old men now with all that wealth, they are left there, maybe the wife has died, unfortunately, because of age, they are old. They pick those little girls, and they make them wives, and she will accept because he has money. And you, as a parent, you showed her that you need somebody who can manage your home. As if you managed your father's home. Come on. How do you expect somebody else to come and build your home? What were you doing? What were you doing? You tell your daughter you want somebody with a car. Do you have one? Do you? Why didn't you buy one for yourself? Come on. It's ridiculous how we have commercialized relationships in Kenya. No, let us stop that. Let us tell our kids how to relate with one another. Let us teach them. And that is why you find that most of these children, when they get married, the problem comes in the very first time because of money. Not many things, money. And the money answers all things, and money can destroy all things as well. We must be very careful how we handle issues concerning money and how we bring up our children and suit us to our children, how we handle them. Let us not undermine them because they are not rich and trying to tell them pay for this, pay for this, pay for this. Why are you paying? Why should you pay? You're supposed to be let go, marry, bring the gift you have. I bless you. Thank you for recognizing that my daughter is beautiful. She can be married. It should be like that. Oh, come on. I just wanted to say that. Let me hear your views, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye. See you in the next one. Bye.